Hello and welcome back. Now then, this is a departure from the norm. I almost always do start from scratch. I wanted to shake things up. I have already done that with one of the American maps, and I've started with the new farmer. I have done so again. I'm just trying to shake things up a little bit as a content creator, as well as use a little bit of poetic license, but I'm not a massive. I like to keep things as realistic as possible. I like to show everything. So I've already sort of mentioned this a few times that I know some content creators use all time lapse, and you see, I'm not a massive fan. I'm of time lapse, as anyone who will watched any of my series has realised, because I like to show everything, as if my farm is a story that unfolds from start right now, from this moment in time to its end. So I want to show everything, but I do realise that also means it can be somewhat boring. Hence the fact that I time-lapse larger sequences. But some people love time lapses, and I can't ignore that. Just because I'm not a massive fan, I've got to recognise the fact that some people are. So what I'd like to do, I don't want to be using text. I know some people do that, but I just think I will speak, but not as I normally do. This is obviously going to be quite different for me because I'm a waffle merchant. I am. I mean, I can talk for England about this, about anything. Oh, excellent! Oh, wow! Oh, now that I've always debated whether to stick those in on maps myself. I do like that. Excellent. Oh, loading points. Fantastic. Right, that's ace. This is me coming on. I have not done a map tour. I have not secretly run around the map. I have started here and I am recording here. It's more realistic. It really is. I don't want to. I want this to be. It's new for me, and it's new. Well, it probably isn't new for you. This is obviously. I think this is a conversion. I think so, because I'm sure this is one of Frithgar's favourite maps where he did a time lapse, and I thought, I don't know this map at all. I have never been on it. I've not tried. I'm not sure if this is Brazilian, but I've tried a couple of Brazilians, massive fields a long time ago. They never had any traction with me, but then that was when I was just playing the game. I've not found anything yet when I'm creating content that I can't. That it isn't, because obviously I'm trying to create this content in mind with other people's enjoyment in mind, not my own. So I'm trying to shake things up. I'm not going to try to waffle. Shake things up, and all of the sequences that I'm trying to sort of get to grips. I would like a little bit of feedback, please, from my viewers, just to tell me whether I'm going to do what my plan is on doing is at the beginning of each thing I'm going to say what we're going to do roughly, and it's going to be a short 2-5 minutes, depends on how long the session's going to be, explaining what I'm going to do, and then I'm just going to get cracking and get on with it. This first session is always my rules of engagement, where I literally prepare, and I will show you whatever I do, whether I shake up equipment or whether I keep exactly the startup lineup, and then we're going to get cracking. I also explain, I've obviously come on normal economy. I don't even know what we own. I've not even flicked this open yet. We own one field 7. Right, okay, excellent. We have 100,000. Let's have a look in our garage. Oh, where am I on the map? Oh, right, okay. So I go all the way down there, take a right. Okay, let's go and do that as we're talking. And I can see that we had a pickup, which I didn't even notice. Oh, this one here. Aha. Faithful 1986 pickup. Blue as well. Colour I would never choose myself. Well, not never, but... Right, anyway, let's have a quick look then. This is my first look at this map, so we have to swing a right at some point. The first right. Yeah, rules of engagement. I am a normal economy, and I think... No, yeah, it is right side drive. I think I'm going to stick on normal economy. I always seem to want to try to impress people with making things as difficult as possible for myself. And I don't really think anyone's really that bothered. People just want to see growth and things like that. So I'm just going to stick on normal economy. I'm going to leave everything on though. I do like it to be challenging. I like people to know that I am not switching weeds and all the rest and making it easy on myself all my life. I'm wobbling all over the place. Yeah, now it's imagine. Probably. Oh my life. No, but there is a track down here. Let's do a bit of going around the back of things as well. All open fields, no hedges. Yeah, huge departure from obviously the UK, where hedges are everywhere and stone walls and all the rest of it, but it is a beautiful map. I can see why Frithgod did truthfully lovely visuals on it. Open but also beautiful. Very nice. Right, so then rules of engagement. Well, just let's have a quick look around. Let's explain rules of engagement. So we have, it's got to be animals, hasn't it? Got to be. Yep, it is. Sheep, smashing, and we've even got a, wow, Aquatrans, fantastic. Is this openable? It certainly is. Wool spawning point, not a shed that you can use. Chickens, how many chickens? 200, reasonable amount. Massey and oh, the whale girl, they cause so much trouble, they really do. Yeah, I'll have to go. I have tried. I did my last Let's Play, my American one, Hobo's Hollow. I know that's not in the past tense, as in I've finished. This is different. This is my time lapse. I'm going to call it that because this is what it's going to be. But obviously, rules of engagement's a little bit different because I'm trying to explain what I'm doing and that type of thing. But when we start on episode 1, now that I do like. Yeah, we might just swap out the. I don't want to swap out too much because then. But I will the Amazon unless that has been adjusted to do lime as well. I should be selling that and I'll get. Ah, now that's different. The Joker, it's a 4 meter. I would say with it being a 4 CT makes sense to me. Then what is? Must be the other end. Trust me to go the wrong way. Okay, so it must be that harvest is in it. It's gotta be, hasn't it? It really has gotta be. Ooh, a sprayer. Smashing. And this is a planter, and I'm sure it is the Lemken Azure 9. Wow, that is nice to start with. Is that corn header? It's gotta be, hasn't it? Yeah, smashing. If I saw the other header outside, I am paying attention. Well, sort of. Okay, so we have a planter, but let's have a quick look. Let's have a quick look at our garage just to see if I've missed anything, because I know what I'm like. Yeah, it is just a planter, and yes, it is just a fertilizer spreader. Right, so what we're going to do, we're going to get all that type of stuff done first. Now this, oh, I do love the Vulture. I haven't had this since the start. Now then, have I got a faster tractor? The New Hollands tend to be. They do tend to be fast. Usually 31 and 32. Yeah, smashing. Right, now then, shall we? I'm going to drop the weight off. In fact, you know, I think I'm going to swap this. I am. I'm going to just trying out a few new mods. I always like this to also be about mods and things like that. So, right, we've got to go contracts. Let's have a quick look. Let's have a quick look. I do realise why sometimes we have in the... Ooh, my... brewing, I love the brewing. We will do contracts to assisters on my last one. As I say, all field work, as I'm going to say on this, is going to be time lapse. So I'm going to usually do more than one field. I'll literally. Is there anything else I can take? That's more important than the weight, because that's the weight will wait. Right, let's. Yeah. I've got some favourites, but I do need. Yeah, that is a point actually. Biggest tractor we've got is 190 horsepower. Yeah, we've got to be careful then. In that case, I know what I'm going with. Is that a cultivator? Yeah, that is a cultivator for me. cultivator. Yeah, I know what I'm doing. I know. I shall use one that I've used on lots of my Let's Plays because it is just such good value and does such a cracking job, as well as it doesn't rip stones up and things like that if we're using the cultivator. So yes, let's use our brain. Now then, we have got a trailer, but this, yeah. I don't want to be spending too much money. I've got a couple of mods anybody who's watched any of the multi-fruit buying for fertiliser and things like that, it does save a small fortune. Oh, back exactly the same. Well, I reckon there's a back way, you know. Let's learn. These paths are always put here for a very good reason. So yes, let's have a bit of a wander as we try and find, because I think that's the back of the store over there. I just don't know which one is the right one, so we shall go on a voyage of discovery that most of you probably know. As is, as long as obviously the tracks do lead where I think, which they do appear to. Ooh. As if by magic, someone is playing on the fields. Right, so then, that's not a path. Now, what is that? Yeah, this is right. Let's have a look. Now we need to be looking at the map. Oh, here's the very first one. Funny enough, now does that? No, that looks like it's something else. Like a field of some sorts. Can we go in the back way to the shop though? Is there a way in? Or is it that you've got to go? We shall investigate. I don't think there is, but I might be wrong. This is my very first outing on this map. As I said, this waffling that I'm doing this time is not going to be a part of this, other than, as I say, a very brief introduction on each session to say what we are going to achieve. Maybe at the end, but I also will be guided by what everybody else thinks as well. I truly will. I want this to be... I'd love some feedback, because this is a departure from the norm for me. This is about me trying to make content for other people, not just, you know, as I think. Right, we do not want to sell that. It's a 125. It is the fastest tractor we've got, though. Right, so then we've sold our cultivator, and so yeah, we do need to immediately buy that. We do. I think we're going to have to come down quite a few times, though. Mind you, we're not literally shaking this up so much. Not truthfully. Right, let's grab this. I don't mind eventually going massive. I really don't. I do like going for the red. Although, should we shake it up a bit? Shall we go for... Yes, it's not always nice to go for exactly the same every single time. Yeah, even though it's not. Now that can go on the front, so we also need lime spreader. Now, I did say this, and this is true, we've all got favourites, and I have got to be honest, that I certainly have where this is. I have never found a fertiliser stroke limer as good as the Lizard WMXL. So, that is what we're going with. Colour, main colour, what shall we go for? I've had it as black, and let's try navy blue. And yep, I like that, so that will do me. You can't make this any better, it's just a matter of colour. It's definitely nothing. Right, shall we stick? Actually, it doesn't really matter which we stick on the front and the back, because they're both things that for once you could actually put on the front and the back, even though they are a little bit... This probably is going to be a bit, well, it would be heavy if it was full. It's actually a little heavy for it now. I can feel that. Yeah, because it is only a 125. I am wondering whether to shake that up, but I would have to replace it with a tractor that's anything 26 miles onwards. But of course we have got the truck, so there is that. Just trying to think. Do you know what are our others? Oh, I've got save on. I forgot about that. Let's just tweak some settings. I don't want that on. It doesn't, not nice for other people. Timescale while we're talking. No, we don't on easy. I want it on normal. I'm glad we looked at that. It's dirt. I can slow because it really does absolutely nothing. Low. Well, no, we're going to go normal. We don't want all of these. I'd just like you to see everything. I know some people don't do that. But I do like it to be maintenance cost. I'm going to try 50 this time. Slow things down. Paint cost, I've had 75. Paint interval, again, slow that down. The speed that it does, but also the cost. I'm going to try this. I did 25 for maintenance cost last time. Quick start. No, I'm going to not look at these settings. I might tweak these myself, but I don't want to bore you to tears with that type of thing. But yeah, I do think it's important. Yes, I think we're going to have to shake up. This would be my main tractor for coming down, but we're going to have to look very closely at the horsepower that we've got. We really have. It is important. Your start is your start, and once you've done that, you've cast that lot in, and that is it. So yeah, this is obviously our smallest tractor. We're going to have a look at I think the mass is 170 and the valve's 190. So truthfully, we're missing a higher mid-range. We're literally seriously limiting our upper range. Now, anybody who knows, who has watched any of my lessons, probably would know that I would probably go for the. I just think I was trying to concentrate on the Magnum. That's 249 horsepower, but as I say, I am trying to shake things up a little bit. I really am. So I'm not sure that I am for once going to go for that. But I do want whatever I get. It's got to be reasonably. I can't match this 32 speed, but I can match 26 and above. That I can match. To be honest, I will like to get my my truck hooked up and sorted so that it actually is the runner. Although, do you know, yeah, that's something I am going to shake up. Yeah, I will, definitely. Right, let's get this off. Yeah, this waffling that I'm doing this first session is just because this is all we're doing. Although I suppose I could shake this up. I could even do time lapse for grabbing all my equipment. Because all I could say is I've got to get into the habit of doing this. See, this is new to me. I could say that all we're doing is we are now going to change any equipment that we need to change, and then I could just time lapse it. So do you know what? That's what we're going to do. You know I'm going to change things. What I'm going to do now is a time lapse sequence of me changing anything I don't like, any ploughs, substitutes. When I say don't like, I love the Valmet, and that is a decent 190 horsepower. The Massey the same, but this is about us again maximising our start. So let's get cracking with that. Let's set that to the shop and see how good the pathfinding is on this, and also whether it'll allow me to do more than one. Some of them don't. No, so right, it's the same as standard. We're going to keep the Valmet. Let's grab the Massey, which if I remember rightly is slightly slow anyway. Oh, actually no, we are going to take the Welga. Yeah, we're swapping that out. I have difficulty if I switch, which I haven't got on at the minute, but I am going to switch on. I should show you what I mean. I do like things as realistic as possible. I am aiming for as much immersion as possible, so I want... It's on that one, isn't it? It is all we want. Is it dollars? And I am not sure. Acres, Celsius, miles, radio, vehicle only. Sorry about this. I'm always terrible on where everything is. Speedometer. No, it is that one. Just I couldn't see it. Worker refill normal. Trailer fill limit. That's what I want on. Yes, smashing. Yeah, we've got everything else on, as you can see. Oh, do you know I am going to keep periodic ploughing off, because you've still got to plough when. Yeah, that's when everything's sorted. So right, let's set this going. Let's see now if he can. Yeah, let's get him in place. He has got to wait. Smash it. We should send that back. Let's have another go now to see if he can pathfind, or whether he he's still on that map. That's the road. Let's just see if when he gets on the main road, whether we're allowed, because this is obviously going to use these paths. I didn't realise that when I first saw it, but he is going to. Yes, so it is that. So we've found something good about the map. Right now, as in like about how things work. I did on Calmston. Right, okay, well, it wasn't what I was aiming for, but you know, it'll do. It'll do. Yeah, we'll have a proper investigation of this as well as I. That's obviously. Is that? What is that? Is that the house? It is, isn't it? Yes, it is. That is. I have no idea. Water tower, excellent. So, oh, is it free water though? That is the question. Yes, we'll make a few tweaks of things like that if it costs me. No, we'll have a look. If it is, then there are lots of things now that do improve our life. We're going to sit by this. I hope it doesn't upset. I don't think it will. I think once the thing's set, it's just if someone goes in front of them, and I don't think that means a vehicle that like zips by them either. Ooh, okay, it is. There you go. I've learned something else new. I do like the speed of this, but I'm going to try a mod that I absolutely love. I've not had a chance to actually pull out of the box. If that makes any sense whatsoever. Right, now we can sneak here. That's not the road, that's just a pull in. Right, okie dokie then. So, yes, this is all the shaking up. Oh, I said I was going to do a time lapse and I've still waffled on. Right. This is me shutting up. I'm going to say my words. I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. that's it. We're literally, I think that is all the equipment that we are. Well, I'm going to keep things as they are though, field-wise. I want this to represent true growth, not by buying additional fields to begin with, which is exaggerating growth. Yeah, I want this to be about us and the things that we do. It does limit us severely. We could go animals, but again, 194,000 seems like a lot, but it's certainly in the blink of an eye goes. We've got decent ploughs, got a powerful machine, and one multi-purpose do everything. Would like to buy a third. I might buy one of the cheap John Deeres. I might as a yard machine, truthfully, because it does assist. It can do things like windrowing. I know we haven't got windrowing equipment yet, but yeah, I've got to get used to that. I always take corners way too fast with a full load. It's ridiculous. I've got to adjust to that. It's the third time, as you will have all seen. Right, so I think that's pretty much. I am going to do an episode straight after this, episode 1, where it will be just me explaining at the very beginning what we're going to do, which really will be field preparation, and then yeah, that is it. So that is going to be the format. It is going to be time lapse, and it is going to be a little bit of explanation at the beginning, a bit of a goodbye at the end, which is always the way that I always do things. But again, when I say always, this is subject to viewers saying it's a good or a bad idea. I really would like to improve as a content creator, so I am definitely open to suggestions. Now, that hydraulic weight seems to do weird things if you've got a front loader attached, which is a bit annoying, because obviously you would probably use that when you've got a front loader attached, so it seems to muck around with the front loader rather than the actual hydraulic weight, yeah, it might be a deal breaker. It really might. Right, that is a long wait. Right, and we haven't got one more weight to get rid of. I think we've got enough weights. All those, say the hydraulic weight, if it doesn't work, wrong one, okay. Do you know, I hate that when you've got all those things and they're all so close together, you can never work out which one you. Right, I'm just going to put this down for 1 second. We're just having a little play around. It's the only downside to not doing things behind the scenes is there's sometimes bits where, if it's the first time you've ever had a mod, this I've got as multi-purpose for bale handling and all sorts. Probably will be doing manual bale, and we'll be using that trailer as our bale trailer. Right, let's put this down for a second. Just see what we get with the hydraulic weight once that is not and maybe I was on the wrong thing. Yeah, it's the hydraulic bit that moves, isn't it? He says. Okay. Oh no. Okay, so it's the back one that plays. Oh. No. Is it the mouse then? How are you supposed to make that? No, that's not what I wanted to do. Course play. Okay. Oh, that's bizarre, because that obviously goes out. Let's detach and reattach. Now, how bizarre. That literally is supposed to. Oh, I'm going to have to look at a help, because that's not helping at all. Oh, hang on. There we go. Surely. Oh, have I picked one that's got a little bit? Because it goes out an awful lot more than this, unless it's been readjusted. Maybe it is. I might need to adjust that, because that's really not a lot, is it? The one that I saw was the CLP, which is this exact one, was a massive, unless it's been adjusted and updated so that that's not the case anymore, in which case that's not going to do much of an adjustment for weight. That'd be better suited to buy my faithful normal one. Right, anyway, let's start as we mean to go on. Let's stick this away, and that is where I'm going to leave things. We'll grab that off next time. That beast is going to serve us very well. again, I'm not going to be wandering across the map with it. It is slow, but it's okay for our fields. Let's just see. Where is our field? Is it the opposite direction that I'm facing? I don't even know where our field is. I would say that way. No, it's left. So this away. That one there then. Yes, it's planted. Okay. Well, unless that's weeds. No, soybeans. And now that is a cracking 11.1 acres. Now that is a big field. It really is, actually. Yeah. Let's just have a quick look whilst I'm chattering. Yeah, that's not a field, that's everything. 510, 1 million, which you would expect. I'm not... they are not fields, okay. 25, 323, that's very reasonable. 391. These ones represent the ones we would probably choose first, but that is quite some growth. Truly, to get that. And I do like the weird shape of them as well. That's going to do some challenges, especially the one with the island in. That really is. Yeah, for the one behind the shop. Yeah, I think we would literally... I always like to have central fields around my farm, and it makes more sense when you've got very slow vehicles, even though I know we can drag them across the map. I always like this too. Right, one last thing. Let's just... a voyage of exploration. Let's grab the... In fact, yeah, we could take the big John Deere for a little spin. It's a little bit beneath it. No, it's not. Let's not make out tractors a... Yeah. It's a tractor, it's a workhorse. Oh, and I've put the TLX 2020 in the way. Love that mod, absolutely amazing. Almost like a proper lorry, but with the added bonus of it's smaller and a lot cheaper, but also it can do an awful lot. Ooh, okay, that's interesting. I'm just going to see if this water tower costs, and then we'll make that adjustment, and we'll also place the generators as well. I do always have generators. Oh, I don't need to. Yeah, it does cost. Right, smash it. Okay, that will do us then. We have contracts with other water suppliers which are more reasonable, so we will indeed sell. Now, will we put it in the same place? It's not a bad idea. Yes. Right. Container, I would imagine. Now then. That's not... Go for the ones that say... now these changed. They used to say with free water. Okay. And I've changed them, so perhaps that's... Yeah, that might be a new thing. What used to be the hydrant ones, these 5,000... Yeah, they don't say free water anymore, so maybe this is an adjustment. Maybe they've been told off for free water. In that case, let's try a mod I haven't tried. I like the idea of that. I do. Seems quite fitting as well. We'll stick it in the same footprint. Smash it, and have we got a repair point? Let's just check. Will probably cost us, but yeah, it was £1,000 instead of 5, so, and it's much smaller as well. Let's, as it crashes into it. Well, that's the first time. I'm bound to crash into something. Bound to. Aha, it is free water, it might not say. Excellent, so that is fantastic. There's a fillet. I do like the way that your tonnage goes up as well as it is filling. That is definitely good. I know you'd expect it sort of, but things don't always work out as you expect. Right, that is for future, because obviously we haven't got any animals as of yet. Right, let's stick it back there. Let's see how good I am at versing this beast. This seems a very apt place to put it, or the exact place that we had it from. Oh, I do love this kind of, do you know, I've lost the word again. Articulated. I do love articulated tractors, I truly do. Amazing. Now then, stones. Yes, they're on. I need to do something about that. Let's just grab that off while we've got this around. This is going to be a great asset. It's a mid-high. It's not, I haven't gone straight to the top for a 500 horsepower beast. We are going to work our way up, but it will do some of the mid-range things quite well, which, yeah, I don't think that doesn't look bad together actually. I'm not a massive fan of brown, which is why I've gone for it. Also, I thought, well, you're not going to see the muck on that, are you? Economy of use, definitely. Now then, that is, I think I'm going to put the harvester in here actually. There's that big massive drive-through bit, which I presume is okay, no, that won't work. That's, yeah, my bad. It's a little bit too, yeah, just forgetting about that. This may have to, well, at least it won't see the rust if I leave it outside, so that, I think we'll do that, because yeah, we just may at the very back, but it's going to be hard to remember that one, so we'll just leave that there. Right, and that is rules of engagement. So, contracts allowed, normal settings for economy. We are only having the one field, ×1 for planting, normal field and travel. Travel can be ×1. We're doing 1 month season, so we've got to bear in mind that it is a month, it isn't a day, it's not ×1. Times doesn't truly have that much of an impact, and it certainly doesn't if we are time-lapsing, truthfully. So yeah, it doesn't have a massive impact if I'm honest. It really is about us trying to just get as much in the month as possible, but also in a believable way, and bearing in mind you could do an awful lot of work on a farm in a month. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to say my words. Thank you very much for watching. We are going to obviously have to get a seeder though. This is only a planter, so yeah. Or we stick to, which is quite interesting, I suppose we could do interesting things like sunflowers. That would make a nice change. Anyway, no more waffling from me. This is going to be our time-lapse series, so I'm going to say my words. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you're going to continue on this journey with me, and goodbye for now.